Welcome to my shop. Let me cut your mop. Let me shave your crop. Daintily, daintily.
Hello and welcome to another year in review video. As always, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and liking this video if you do like it. So this year in review is for the year 1950, which saw 31 cartoons released. As always, I will go over the following points: an overview of the year, my personal overall thoughts, my favourite cartoons, my least favourite cartoons, an animated showcase, and a conclusion. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm going to let you push the other button and win a prize. Come on now, don't be bashful. Push!
So first of all, here is a list of the cartoons released this year, starting with Home Sweet Home.
How many times do I have to tell you not to put buttons in your...
Hurdy-Gurdy Hair. Boobs in the Woods.
You hit the dirt! Slide, DiMaggio! Slide! Hey, what am I sliding for? I'm not DiMaggio. My name is Mud.
Mutiny on the Bunny.
My baby! Here, catch my baby!
Here she comes!
The Lion's Busy. The Scarlet Pumpernickel.
For I am to marry the fair Melissa. Then I am furious, because I despise the Scarlet Pumpernickel.
Homeless Hare.
I'll tuck you into your little bed.
Yoo-hoo! Hercules! Here's a message for you.
Strife with Father.
No. Gosh, what'll they think of next?
The Hypochondriacat.
Oh dear, I hope I didn't get in that draft. I might catch a cold and it might develop into pneumonia. Or athlete's foot.
Big House Bunny.
I guess you would, all right.
The Leghorn Blows at Midnight.
Oh, do-da-dee.
His Bitter Half.
I see ya.
An Egg Scramble.
Fist.
What's Up, Duck?
Oh, we are the boys of chorus. We hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
All a Bird.
Ah, what are you looking for, a fat lip?
8-Ball Bunny.
Say, pardon me, but could you help out a fellow American who's down on his luck?
Hit the road!
It's Hummer Time.
Not happy birthday. No, not that. Please, no. Not happy birthday.
Golden Yeggs.
But, I don't want to sell them. Yeah, they talked me into it.
Hillbilly Hare.
Same likewise, I'm sure, ma'am.
Doggone South.
Be lonely 'cause you're never alone when you're way down south. I said away down south.
The Ducksters.
That you're listening to truth or...
A Fractured Leghorn.
There's a whole nothing, and I know what I'm talking about because... Shut up!
Bunker Hill Bunny. Canary Row.
Thought you'd outfox old Granny, huh? Well, I was hep to you all the time.
Stooge for a Mouse.
You D for something? I said to cut out the clown.
Poppin' Pop. Bushy hair.
What's up, Jack?
Whoa! Karinka!
Caveman Inky. Dog collared.
I'm sure glad I got to get rid of that pest.
Rabbit of Seville.
So don't be a dope. Now we're ready for the scraping. There's no use to try escaping. Yell and scream and rant and rave. It's no use, you need a shave.
Ooh, ouch, ouch, ooh, ouch, ooh, ooh, ouch.
And Two's a Crowd. 1950 would have the three directing units unchanged for the most part from 1949, but there would be a number of firsts and a number of lasts. McKibson would introduce Sylvester Jr. in a short called Pop and Pop, which also contained another appearance of Hippity Hopper. Along with Sylvester, the trio would end up being in many shorts right up until the studio's closure, although Sylvester Jr. would also feature in a few shorts without Hippity Hopper. McKibson would also introduce Prissy, an older chicken, in the short An Egg Scramble. In this short, she would feature with Porky Pig, however in later shorts, she would be more well known as another character featured in the Forkhorn Leghorn series. Friz Freleng introduced a gangster named Rocky in a design that would be used from here on, even past the original Golden Age period, in the short Golden Yeggs. While Friz had already introduced a gangster named Rocky in the short Racketeer Rabbit, it appears that this was either just a case of revisiting a previous idea, or just a coincidence since Rocky is a common gangster name. One of the Sylvester and Tweety shorts released in 1950 featured the first appearance of a character who would be a staple of those shorts not only during this period but to this very day, Granny. So Granny would now become part of the formula on most of these shorts, first voiced by Bea Benaderet, and then by June Foray with a redesign later on. Notably, 1950 featured the last two Beaky Buzzard shorts, directed by two different directors. The Lion's Busy, directed by Friz Freleng, and Strife with Father, directed by Bob McKimson. The prevailing rumour is that these shorts were created for merchandising reasons due to how they were released in close proximity, but for whatever the reason, each short had a differing take to what Bob Clampett had done with the character. In The Lion's Busy, Beaky is presented as more of a smarter character than the lion in the short, pretty much waiting for the lion to die so he can eat him, while in Strife with Father, Beaky is back to being less intelligent, but is a lot more stupid than bashful. Claude Cat made two appearances this year with a new design, with the first being the Hypochondry Cat with Hubie and Bertie, and then in Two's a Crowd, where we will also see for the first time the first appearance of the frisky puppy character that Jones would use in 3 shorts. Chuck would also bring back his Charlie Dog character in another entry, which, while reusing the same plot as the previous Charlie Dog shorts, this time there is no Porky Pig to be found. Chuck Jones had 2 characters retired this year, with Inky being his longest running original character to that time, with 5 shorts released between 1939 to 1950. Caveman Inky would be the last short featuring the character, possibly forever due to changing cultural sensitivities. It would also be the last appearance of the Minor Bird in the Golden Age of Looney Tunes, but unlike Inky, the Minor Bird would make appearances in later projects. 1950 also featured the second and last appearance of the Playboy Penguin in the short 8-Ball Bunny. Despite only appearing in 2 shorts, the character proved popular enough to have way more appearances in later projects along with merchandising. 1950 would also prove to be one of Chuck Jones's best years, creating shorts that are some of the most well-known of all time, with the Scarlet Pumpernickel, Hypochondry Cat, the Ducksters, and the masterpiece Rabbit of Seville. With the Scarlet Pumpernickel, it marks the first time a short contains so many characters from the Looney Tunes stable, with some in a background cameo role. It also marks the first appearance of a love interest for Daffy, who would end up being in a few other shorts. Rabbit of Seville is another entry for Chuck Jones using opera as a plot device, and is widely considered to be one of the greatest cartoons of all time, ranking number 12 in the 50 Greatest Cartoons of All Time book in 1994. Not to be outdone, McKimson directed two other very well-known shorts with What's Up Doc and the masterpiece Hillbilly Hair. What's Up Doc would end up using a different design for Bugs, more in line with the other units as opposed to the design he used right up until Hurdy Gurdy Hair, released the same year. What's Up Doc would be the second short to tell an origin story for Bugs Bunny, with the first being A Hair Grows in Manhattan, released in 1947. Unlike A Hair Grows in Manhattan, which only focused on Bugs dealing with a bulldog gang in his earlier years, this short is focused on Bugs' early years as a struggling actor before he becomes famous for his What's Up Doc line, with Elmer Fudd also being given an origin story of sorts. Hillbilly Hair is also widely considered to be one of the greatest Looney Tunes shorts ever made, no doubt due to the square dance sequence at the end, with square dancing itself being a popular pastime at the studio around this time, although ironically the story was by Ted Pierce, who didn't participate in those dances. While Frizz hadn't done anything as notable this year compared to the other two directors, his so-called formula shorts would still be solid outings before lower budgets and repeated storylines and gags would affect the later entries. He would release 3 Sylvester and Tweety shorts in 1950, way more than the previous years, and would also do the same with 3 Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam shorts. McKimson too would also have his formula shorts with another Hippity Hopper entry, along with 2 Foghorn shorts, though the Fractured Leghorn is an interesting exception, with no other characters from the other Foghorn Leghorn shorts being present, just Foghorn and the McKimson cat that was being used as an alternative to Sylvester.
There's nothing worse than a blabbermouth cat.
And now for my overall thoughts. Now, it should go without saying, what a year. You had some very solid formula outings, particularly from Friz Freleng, but at this stage the budget cuts and repeated stories and gags hadn't set in, so these actually feel fresh and fun, especially in the context of watching these in order. McKimson has made some wonderful shorts this year, and even in these so-called lesser shorts, there is plenty to love, in particular the animation. It's going to be a real shame to see the quality of his shorts suffer later on in the decade, but for now, I'm loving his stuff. And what can I say about Chuck Jones this year? The Jones-Maltese partnership is truly an amazing one, and again, even in their so-called quote-unquote lesser shorts, just like with the McKimson shorts, there is just so much to love, whether it's the wonderful poses in the more silent entries, or the beautiful wordplay in the other entries. It's just an incredible thing to see.
You? The Scarlet Pumpernickel? That's silly. That's ridiculous.
Now onto my favourite cartoons, and well, once again, now I face the problem of how to narrow my favourites down. Now let's start with Frizz, and he was the hardest one to pick for a favourite as his work this year was solid, but nothing really stood out, like Hillbilly Hair for McKimson or Rabbit Seville for Jones. But after careful consideration, I have to go with Big House Bunny. It is such a solid, funny short, and in my book, one of the best Bugs and Sam shorts ever made. You really can't go wrong with that. But of course, I can't just leave it there, because he also made 3 Sylvester and Tweety shorts, and out of all the 3, and all of which are very solid shorts, I have to give a very slight edge to All a Bird. I felt the gags were just a little bit funnier there, plus I think the cross-dressing Sylvester at the end sealed it for me. But really, you can't go wrong with any of the 3 released this year. An honourable mention must go to Stooge for a Mouse, and it shows that even without a dedicated writer, Frizz was more than capable of writing a short that, while perhaps is not a standout per se, it's just a nice, solid, well-rounded and funny short. With McKimson, you all know I'm going to pick Hillbilly Hair, so apologies for being predictable here. Why not? It contains one of the most memorable Bugs moments in history, and even the rest of the short leading up to it is such a blast to watch. What's Up Doc is a very close runner-up, though despite me having slight issues with the ending, which I seem to be the only person on the planet to have, but whatever. It's still an amazing short. Out of the 2 Foghorn shorts, I have to give it to a Fractured Leghorn, as it was nice to see something different done with Foghorn, and it's a shame that more experiments with Foghorn in different settings were not done, but I'm glad we have this short as it's so darn funny. McKimson also directed my favourite Porky short of the year, Boobs in the Woods. Yes, it has Daffy in it, but really, we're now at a point where we've only got one more solo short starring Porky, which will come out in 1951, and it's just so great to see Porky in the suffering straight man role to Daffy's more wacky nature, and this is definitely one of their best pairings. And speaking of Daffy, I liked his appearances in the Chuck Jones shorts of this year, and while the Scarlet Pumpernickel is a standout, I actually have to give the edge to the Ducksters, which again is another Porky and Daffy pairing, and it's really interesting to see how the different directors handle the pairing while keeping to the same idea of Porky as a straight man and Daffy as the wacky one. A few honourable mentions for Chuck. It's going to be so hard to narrow things down for Chuck, but you've got the wonderful Hypochondry Cat, which is one of the most darkest Looney Tunes ever made in my book, and the wonderful 8-Ball Bunny. But you know what I'm going to pick as my favourite, and yes, I know it is a predictable choice, picking Rabbit of Seville. But while it is a short that is played constantly to the point we can probably play it in our heads, it really is a masterpiece, and it's one of the best cartoons ever made, period. Now, with the least favourite cartoons, now you're going to initially notice a little bit of a theme here. Yeah, for both Friz Freleng and Bob McKimson, I am picking their respective Beaky shorts. Now, to be fair, each short has some really funny moments, and I wouldn't call them outright bad either. It's just that in the context of the other shorts they released this year, they just don't compare, and they come across as shorts that they were quote-unquote made to do. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's how these shorts come across to me. And they're also fascinating to see anyway, how the different directors take on a character that hadn't been used for a while. And with Jones, all of his work is solid this year, including Caveman Inky, which I'm picking as my least favourite of his in 1950, not because of the character of Inky, but the gags don't quite land as well as the others the Jones Maltese team did this year, but look, it's not a bad short to watch, but out of all of them, I'd say this one is the lesser one. So for the animation showcase this year, I've had to alter it due to copyright issues on YouTube. I've selected some of my favourite brief moments from each short, such as interesting animation, or vocal deliveries, or funny lines up to roughly 15 seconds. So this sadly means I can't include the whole square dancing scene from Hillbilly Hare as an example, or major sections from Rabbit of Seville. And if your favourite gags from some of these shorts haven't shown up, that doesn't mean I didn't like it, it just means, well, I just couldn't include it. But that said, I hope you enjoyed the animation showcase.
I tore a pussycat. I did tore a pussycat.
Oh, no, you don't. Shame on you, you beast.
Baby, want a pretty birdie. Baby, want a pretty birdie. You're so clever, you really should have been a fox, Mr. Putty Cat. Worry, little Putty Cat. I save you. Whoops. Pardon me, I'm sure. That's it, Doc. Keep blowing. You're a big boy now. Take your finger out of your mouth. Okay, push in. Plenty of room in the center of the car. Push in. Plenty of room. Push in. People told me, Daffy, they think that I am goony. Just because I'm happy is no sign I'm loony toony. Good evening, friends. The mountains Looney Tunes are okay. I don't own them. Hey there, Sonny. And who are you? I'm the old man of the mountains, and I don't want them painted. Oh, executioner! Executioner! Gosh, they're sure strict around here. A license to sell hair tonic to bald eagles in Omaha, Nebraska? Hair tonic, bald eagles, Omaha, Nebraska. Hey, he's got no right to do this to me.
I was a human being once.
Avast there!
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are!
Oh, yes, I am. And look, Vandal's head.
Oh, I'd like to lay my hand.
Women and children first, you know.
Help! Help! Save a poor old lady from a horrible fate! Help!
There, take
Help!
it easy,
Save
Granny.
me! Save a poor old lady!
Here you go.
Help!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is.
Come out and fight like a man, you skulking sneak, or 'tis myself will tear you limb from limb with me bare hands.
We're gonna eat it, yep.
Oh, no, you're not. Be after fixing one for yourself. 'Tis me is eating this one. Ow!
I fooled him. I fooled him. He'll never get me up here.
Leo, what kept...
I'm they're simply furious. Keep away from that masked bandit, that desperado, that masked stinker. My room, Bumpkin. I'm pooped.
Hanga!
Repulse!
Caffeole!
Chuck-Salices! You ain't got a chance. I'm the hero of this picture, and you know what happens to the villain.
So what's to know?
But blow his brains out, which he did. It's getting so you have to kill yourself to sell a story around here. Going down. Up, down, up, down, up.
Papa.
Why, you blighter, I'll give you what for.
Don't, Monty. You remember the fable of the ugly duckling?
Strike him, strike him. Strike him, strike him.
Where did Papa go? We won't catch any chickens if when you fool around like this.
Wait until I say, okay.
Okay, give it to him! Give it to him!
Oh, dear, dear. me. Oh, dear. Our housemate's me.
Let me pick the next color. Hubie. Let's see now. He's turning, he's turning plan. How's that no nice in Ward C, Doctor? Not bad. I got a date with her after the operation. Ask her if she's got a friend. Sure. This won't take long. Did you ever operate on a sick cat before, Doctor? Nah, but I'll try anything once.
We gotta operate. Yeah. We gotta operate. Sure. We gotta operate.
If you're not a ghost, how come I can see right through you?
But you can't see through me because I'm not a goo. But I can fly.
How do you know you can't? You never tried.
Yeah, my mother told me there'd be days like this. Boo-hoo! Now I'll never see my wife and kiddies again. Boo-hoo-hoo! I'm getting you out of here, see? I haven't forgotten what you've done for Mary and the kids, see? Here, follow the map inside and you can't go wrong.
Shoes! Just what is the meaning of this?
I won't stand for any more of your nonsense. I'll get out! Out!
Come back here, you muley-headed maverick! Oh, pardon me. Have a light. Now get out! 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 Hey, son, what you tying down a pumpkin for? What's it?
Ask a silly question, get a silly answer.
I don't want to roast in any old black oven. I'm scared of the dark. Nice mannered, kid, just a little on the dumb side.
Man with herd of cattle wishes to meet woman with frying pan. Object, hamburger.
That's my little son Wentworth. Don't you think he's kind of cute?
Woo! Got any more bright ideas? Bang! Pling! Those little things can't hurt you. It's the big ones you gotta look out for. Wentworth. No one's gonna tell this little black duck what to do. And you'd better lay one or it's your neck. You understand? Hey, what's the big idea? Hey, stop it! Cut it out! What's the matter with you? Stop it!
Why, you little... Give me that egg! Help, please! Please!
Those coppers, they'll never take me.
You must have been a beautiful baby. Boo 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 boo.
Bugs Bunny! Why are you hanging around with these guys? They'll never amount to anything.
I dunno, Mr. Fudd. What is it that has 4 legs and flies?
A horse in summertime, stupid. Yuck, 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 yuck.
What's up, Doc? Hey, we got something, Doc. Let's do it again. What's up, Doc? What's cooking? What's up, Doc? Oh, you're looking for Bugs Bunny bunting. Duck is gonna hunting. Up.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Oh, no. Shut up! Shut your big yap, or I'll let you have another.
Penguins, it says here, comes from the South Pole. South Pole? Ooh, I'm dying!
Penguins is practically chickens.
This New Orleans. I think I'll stick around for the Mad Regress. Bugs Bunny came to Martinique. When he arrived, he was pretty weak. His knees looked like they would buckle in. His tribulations caused by a penguin. 25 cents to go through this thing? We'll walk first. Hoboken? Oh, I'm dying again!
No, not the fence. No, not that again. Please, no, don't! Not the fence!
I thought I saw a putty cat.
The rain pipe? No, no, don't do it. Not the rain pipe. Oh, not the rain pipe. Oh, no, not the thinker. Not that. Not the thinker. Please, not the thinker. No, not the works. Don't do it. In the name of humanity.
Now this is more like it.
Cut it. All right, Duck. About that egg.
Oh, yeah, the egg. A little later on, possibly. I'm not in the mood right now.
Your laundry, sir. No egg? So long, pal.
I like mountain music, good old mountain music, played by a real hillbilly band.
Be all a martin or be all a coy rabbit?
Well, my friends say I'm very coy.
Just call me Freckles.
What's your hurry,
Hurry, boys.
Step right up, you're doing fine. I'll pull your bed, you pull mine. Get it before. Break it up with a tug-of-war. Grab a fence post, hold it tight. Whomp your partner with all your might. Hit him in the shin, hit him in the head. Hit him again, the critter ain't dead. Whop him low and whop him high. Stick your finger in his eye. Pretty little rhythm, pretty little sound. Bang your heads against the ground.
Where the gals have tulips that...
Just lean back and relax. Yankee Doodle went to town a-riding on a pony.
Yankee?
A feather in his hat. Well, shut my fat old mouth and stuff me with chitlins. I'm from the South, too.
Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy.
Hey, what do you say we have some saltbelly and corn pone for lunch?
Ah, magnolias. Is there anything else I can do for you? Some food, perhaps?
Yes. How about some Yankee pot roast?
Who was the father of our country?
Why, that's simple. George, we...
Oh, I'm sorry. Time's up.
You'll be sorry!
Now you must name all of the 48 states, or else...
In Montana, Arizona, New Jersey.
Aren't we gruesome? Listen carefully. And there you have it now. What's the opera?
Cavalleria Rusticana.
Audience? Rigoletto! Have you got a doctor in the balcony, lady?
You're a cat, son. Cats don't eat worms. You're taking the food right out of my mouth. I don't go around chasing mice. Stand up, boy. You're tripping over your own feet. Give me that. Who do you think you are, George Washington? What are you doing? I say, what are you doing with a pump? Pumping for oil? You're crazy, boy. There's no oil in this ground. This boy's got a mouth like a cannon, always shooting it off. Well, hog gravy and chitlins. My half is gone. I was brought up right. My pa used to tell me shut up, and I'd shut up. I wouldn't say nothing. One time darn near starved to death. Wouldn't tell him I was hungry. Charge! Yes? Comfy, pal?
Cut your throat.
Give me that knife. Your dirty scheme didn't work. Shut up and get other side of the room. Look here, alley buzzard. Cut out the cute stuff. Now go to sleep before I have to rough yous up. Suddenly, he snaps at me, so I grabs him by his leathery ears and throws him to the ground. Then I clamps my famous headlock on him, and that did it. No more giant mouse.
While strolling through the park one day, in the merry month of May, I was taken by surprise by a pair of roguish eyes. How dry I am, nobody knows how dry I am. And I am dry, too. I got cotton in my mouth. Me and my big fat mouth. I'll do my own walking. I'm a big boy now. Unga bunga bunga!
Bunga bunga bunga!
Unga bunga bunga!
Bunga bunga bunga!
Unga bunga bunga! Inga binga binga bunga! Yow! Oh, you got me, did you, boy? Right in my epiglottis. Oh, agony, agony. Just go away and let me die in pieces. Coming, Mother! Pussycat, and my first chance to be kind. Happy Kind to Animals Week, Pussycat. There, that's better. It's the chin up. Yeah, that's a good boy. Take it easy. Stop it. Down. Cut it out. Stop it. Stop it. Down, Leslie. Stop it. Cut it out. Hey, don't. Help. I can't see it. Don't, boy. Stop it now. Don't. Cut it out, will you?
Anyone returning him to 980 Chestnut Street will collect a reward of $5,000.
$1,000 bucks?
No, 5,000 bucks.
The talking dog. That's silly. If he could talk, I'd keep him myself.
Well, fat boy, you got yourself a dog.
Oh, where do I get that wabbit?
What would you want with a wabbit?
Next.
Simply darling.
I'm glad you like it.
Why, John, it's the nicest present I've ever had.
So that concludes 1950, another solid year, and wow, looking ahead, we still have plenty more classics to come. So that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care.